so here is my first training vlog on my YouTube channel. I did decide to set this up before I came over to France, but yeah, a few reality checks. Living in a van just takes a lot longer to do everything than you think, so actually haven't had time to do anything. So I was like, I am walking to somewhere over there, Valenciennes. It's only a couple of K or a K walk before I start my evening hike up the mountain in replace for the stepper. I look like a warrior princess. Well, not quite a princess. I need to wash my hair and that's campervan life for you. But I thought I'd record my first vlog. I'm not going to edit it because frankly I just don't literally have time to edit it. Yeah, with training out here, training hours has gone up slightly out here, but also, you know, using the public transport to get everywhere. So like train down to my session this morning and train back again. I met Luke Grenfell-Shaw. So hi Luke, had a lovely picnic lunch with him. First time I'd kind of met anybody who I knew since Lewis has left, which has only been over a week, but you know, me and Luke agreed it's really nice to have people that you know around you and have that company, but it is also good for the mind to test yourself, being on your own and seeing if you can cope with that challenge. And yeah, I thought I'd be bored, but I don't think I have been. Before Lewis left, I was like, right, in the evenings I'm gonna read my book, I'm gonna learn French. And yeah, reality is I haven't had time for any of that because I've been training, and then in between training doing work because I'm still working full time. Hopefully that's going to change a little bit in September so I can go more to part-time, because yeah, I think as you head into the ultra world it is quite difficult when your training hours are going up because you are training for longer races. So it's actually quite difficult to fit it in because you train, like training is the same hours as a part-time job, but it's like a full-time thing because then you've also got to recover. So you feel like when you train, if you then don't have any time to recover or have a nap, then yeah, it becomes quite difficult and you don't really absorb the training. So it's about getting that balance right, and obviously financially and everything in between. It's a bit chaotic. There's lots of moving parts of life at the moment. Sometimes I'm not sure of where I'm coming and going, but yeah, I'm enjoying learning how to, well, I always do embrace change, but I think this has been a big change and a bit of a perspective shift of putting running first, which I haven't done for a long time. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist in all areas of life, so having to let go of a few things in order to, you know, not try and do everything. And we can't balance everything sometimes, and we just got to be honest with ourselves and turn one dial down as we turn the other dial up. But saying that, I'm walking to Valenciennes, and yeah, I mean, I've just got my hand over the camera there, but look at the views. So that's not bad for a first vlog. I need my arm to be a bit longer, but I'm not carrying a gimbal or whatever you call it up the mountain. But hopefully, yeah, this is a good scenic backdrop for my first training vlog. I wanted to start a bit of stuff on YouTube, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my training and what I'm doing, but also a little bit into kind of campervan life. And I guess, yeah, people have asked why am I doing this? Why have I come out to France in a van, to live in a van? Is it as easy as I thought? I describe it as like awesomely awkward. Van life is amazing, and sleep-wise, I bought a Panda mattress topper, memory foam mattress topper, which when I first got it, Lewis rolled his eyes because it was a purchase you might not need in the van, and but however, we found a way to like roll it up, and it's really easy to do that now, and super easy to do that, and just it's just really comfortable, so it helps me to sleep really well. I've not had any of those issues where your body feels like it's going into the seat. So yeah, the Panda mattress topper for the campervan is an absolute success, so super happy with that. And I would highly recommend, if you are having any van adventures, that is one that enables you to sleep in the campervan for a long period of time and it be nice and comfortable. Second thing I've learned from campervanning is everything just takes so much longer. So you think you have a lot of time, but you don't. By the time you've got all your breakfast stuff down, rolled like out, had breakfast, boiled the kettle on a gas stove, rolled the bedding up, gone wash your teeth in somewhere that you have to walk further than your normal bathroom at home in, do the dinner, then wash the pots. I think it is taking a little longer when Lewis isn't here. And you do find like kind of relaxation in that, in the simple stuff in life. So I am enjoying it. It's just not as convenient as being at home. But the big plus side, which I absolutely love and which is going to be a bit weird when we do go into accommodation, is that you spend all of your time pretty much outside. So that fresh air is just, amazing for the soul, amazing for the mind, and you just, it's just really good for you. So that's an advantage of campervanning. We've got a young trail runner. I'm just going to go through a gate here, and then there's some people coming. So I will press pause and then start again. So why, I guess another question that people have asked is, why am I doing this? And it's a big shift in normal life. Part of me didn't really realise how big of a shift it was until I got out here. But I'm definitely fully embracing it, because I think it's really important to get outside of your comfort zone. And what is normal? I think in the UK, this isn't normal, but in France you see loads of people living out vans and working remotely and just making things happen. And if you do have goals and dreams, like, why not? Like, life is way too short, and I think that we're so afraid of stepping outside our comfort zone and doing something different, and what will people think, or can I do it, or what happens if I fail? But you'll never know, and if you do fail, that's fine. That's where we learn stuff. But you shouldn't be afraid to do things different, live differently to what maybe other people might expect you to do, or they would live their lives, and that's okay. And so I'm trying to embody all of that and embrace it all, and not worry too much about it. Spend our life worrying so much about things that time passes us by. So key for this trip is to be present. The reason living out a campervan is because ironically we have a campervan which costs, but I couldn't afford to stay in chalets for the whole time. Like, I spent in Italy last week, it cost me £142 for 8 nights on the campsite, which is pretty good, and the campsite was amazing. So it had this campsite is way better than the one I'm staying in Vallecine. Vallecine's really nice, very relaxing, very cool, amazing backdrop as you can see. But the campsite, which is hobo camping in Courmayeur in Italy, just up the valley area, so in a really nice place, they had warm showers that were just boiling hot. So when it was a little bit colder and I got back from my run, I could literally just jump in that shower and have 15 minutes if I needed to, with no restrictions. Whereas I've got back to the Vallecine one and the showers are bloody freezing. So hopefully the weather stays nice, because that is part of comfort that you want as when you're out running. But some people have said, is it ideal for training, living in a camper van? I don't know. I saw Fee Pascal live in a tent box in the build up to Western States, and she came 5th. So tell me if it doesn't work or isn't conducive to training. I guess you learn to be uncomfortable, you learn to figure stuff out, you learn to live without much comfort, which I guess a lot of the time in trail races you need. And hopefully eventually, as I step up to the longer distances, those skills will come in handy. And I think it's a great life. It's a way to do the Alps cheaper, a lot cheaper, means it's affordable. And then I'm going on the Hocker Camp in a couple of weeks anyway, so that'll be 2 weeks in a nice place, meeting new people. I was chatting to Luke today, and we were saying I'm not very well connected in the trail world, so it'll be lovely to meet some runners that are at the same level, or obviously a lot better than me, and learn from them, and just make some trail running friends, which will be really nice. And then me and Lewis will be back in the van, and then we have accommodation with my parents and our friend Paul and his partner the week before the race, but we've decided to stay in an apartment the week before that, so we can just sort our shit out and just do washing easier, and be able to get everything set before that week before. And we found a really reasonable apartment in Latour, so looking forward to that. But here are some, I really like the traditional trail signs. That's pretty cool. So I'm nearly in Vallecine, ready to do my hike up the mountain and then a chill jog down. So I won't do this climb in the CCC in the race, but I will do the descent. But it's a really steep, well, quite a steep climb, quite technical. So me and Lewis did it the other day when he was here, and it's really good to replicate that. Like, I can just hike it and it gets my heart rate into like that high easy run zone. So yeah, working on poles, getting the arms stronger. I've been using poles a lot out here, and yeah, I guess training for the last week has really been doing quite a bit of the course over in Italy. I haven't had the same luxury of Lewis dropping me at one place, doing some of the course and then picking me up, so I've had to do quite a lot of out and backs. But for me, I guess like Lucas today, like why do I feel like I need to do a lot of the course? And I guess I'm out here, so I may as well. I don't live out here, so it's still a full luxury of me doing the parts of the course. It's beautiful as well, so I may as well just get to know it and get more comfortable on it, and yeah, not overdo it. I've done a lot of runs that haven't been the course, that have been in beautiful parts in Italy, and found some really nice routes, and just yeah, experimented and tested myself so I can map routes out on Komoot or on Sunto and then follow them. And it's been really good to do that solo. But yeah, me and Lewis just thought it is a lot better to get to know the course. So had a big week last week. I am a little tired today. Had a session this morning which was supposed to be a threshold session, and yeah, I felt flat as a pancake, if I'm honest. But I also maybe haven't been, I need to nap a little bit more during the day, so I'm going to schedule that in with work, because on these big days, need to get the naps in and need to focus that a little bit more on recovery as well, because you can end up doing a lot of doing things, because you're going here, there to the next, and you don't really sit down. So yeah, a little bit of learning to put the feet up, have a few more naps if I can fit them in, and yeah, I do feel really refreshed after the one now. So I'm going to go head up the mountain, and yeah, end of training vlog number 1. Hopefully more to come. There was supposed to be more than this earlier on, but yeah, you've got me on about week 3 of being in the Alps, so I'll keep them going. They're just going to be uncut, but yeah, uncut in beautiful places like this, you know, who needs edited vlogs? And hopefully you like them. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I can answer them for next time. Right, I'll see you at the mountain. I did say that would be the end of the training vlog, but I have just finished my emulating the Stairmaster by going up the Vallecine climb of the CCC and UTMB backwards, and then coming back down, trying to get used to the descent, which is quite a technical descent, for me anyway, coming from a non-trail, non-technical background, still getting used to those. And yeah, it's really good. So I was able to keep my heart rate on the way up at high easy run zone, so like 145 to 150 for me, which is really good. It's the same as what I do on the Stairmaster. So yeah, nature is providing the most amazing Stairmaster. And then on the way down, it was about practicing descending skills. You know, I'm still getting used to technical terrain, but the more you get out here, the more you get on it, the more comfortable you feel. Especially, you know, the first time you do go on it, it is quite tough. And my mind kind of have that slow processing when I'm going down a hill, so processing getting a bit quicker. I'm not the quickest, but I'm getting a lot smoother and a lot more efficient, which is the first step. And then hopefully those skills will keep developing, as well as the quads, because the eccentric loading, you forget about that. You think you can just come and do like 3 or 4 miles descending, when at home we descend for probably about 5-10 minutes on the biggest descents, and the eccentric load on the quads is quite tough, so they need to get stronger as well. But I am on Strava, but I'm not on Strava completely dark, so I'm completely private. I only use it for Lewis to have a look at some of the stuff, some of the segments and yeah, whatnot, and I'm happy to be private. But I looked at one of the segments and I took 3 minutes off it from a few weeks ago, so that is, yeah, I take that as absolute mega progress. So I think my descending is where I take the most off during the time of being out here. I think I first come out and get a little bit nervous and legs just aren't used to it, and then I start to find my flow. So yeah, there is a benefit of going to do the stuff that you're going to do on the course, and I think on the day you just let go a little bit more, don't you? But yeah, I'm really pleased with today. It was 3 minutes quicker, so big progress. So we can finish the training vlog this week there, on the nature's stairmaster or stepper, and then practicing my descending skills coming down, which actually you don't get to do when you're on the stepper at home. So yeah, big bonus of being out here. So I'm going to go back, cook my dinner, do a bit of work, give a bit of have a bit of campervan life, and yeah, I'll be back very, very soon.